one of the most crypto-friendly cities in the United States, Miami, has publicly announced that they're endorsing their own city coin called MiamiCoin. But there is the question of whether or not this is actually good for Bitcoin adoption or whether local currencies like MiamiCoin stand a shot. Let's jump straight into it. Guys, hit that subscribe button and slam that bell icon, smash it if you want to see new videos when they come out. Without further ado, this is Mayor Francis
People are not going into a supermarket to buy sneakers with Bitcoin, right? So the point is that Bitcoin is a store of value right now, predominantly, right? And the question is whether Bitcoin will ever metamorphosize into a currency. In this case, because MiamiCoin is 4.5 cents, it's much converted into a currency than something that's worth $43,000 that is appreciating, that people are afraid to sort of let go, right? Because they want to hold it. So either one works for me. By the way, if Bitcoin does become a currency, I think that's wonderful for the world, because I think we get off the dependency of fiat, which I think is really what cryptocurrencies were created to do. What's beautiful about MiamiCoin is we get a benefit, right? The city gets a huge benefit. That is, enormous, and that could be paradigm shifting. People are not going into a supermarket to buy sneakers with Bitcoin.
Mayor Suarez has said so much more on the topic, so it's maybe doesn't do this project justice or the city of Miami justice to just take this one soundbite and then put it out of context. I know for me, when I watched this, it was in the context of Bitcoin maximalists on Twitter basically trash talking this mayor, who, by the way, is one of the few mayors in the United States who has said openly, look, we're going to pay our employees in Bitcoin if they want Bitcoin, and we're going to look more favorably on Bitcoin here in this city. Not every major city has done this. So I think their efforts so far are to be applauded. However, Bitcoin maximalists don't like the answer that he's giving here, right? Of taking their own coin and trying to figure out some way that as a city, they can maintain relevance in the commerce that takes place there. Let's take a look at MiamiCoin on CoinGecko, see what this is all about. First off, let me jump entirely out of the way briefly. You can see the ticker symbol is MIA, which is kind of funny, right? Missing in action. They probably should have thought about that, but it's also the airport code, whatever. And it's not 4.5 cents, as Mayor Suarez said. It's currently trading at 3.5 cents or 3.58 cents, a little more granular than that. Current 24-hour trading volume is just over $500,000, so it's kind of nascent, right? It's a brand new project. The question is, what is it made from? Is it an Ethereum ERC20 token? Is it its own native sovereign chain that requires proof of work? How does MiamiCoin actually work? At least take a look at the project page and try to discover some of these fundamentals together. First off, on CoinGecko, since that interview came out, there's been a precipitous dip. It was almost 4.5 cents when he said that, not quite 4.5 cents, and it fell off a cliff with everything else sometime in the last 24 hours, right? It's been a very, very rough several days, or perhaps when this was recorded, it actually was at 4.5 cents, coming down from an all-time high, I think, of 5.5 cents. So there you go. I believe that was, just this last week when it hit its all-time high, based on what CoinGecko has here. As far as where it can be traded, it's only on OKCoin right now with the MiamiCoin/USD pair. So very, very interesting that there is no Bitcoin pair for this. But there's still more to this coin. There's still more to the story. Again, without advocating for MiamiCoin or arguing against it yet, I just want to find out more, right? It's really easy to get mad in this space while remaining ignorant. It's crazy, but that happens all the time in cryptocurrencies, right? Where we can argue out of ignorance, never learn about a project, and maintain a bias, sometimes for years. So let's check out their project website. First off, CityCoins. CityCoins.co is the creator, right? Is basically the launch bed for this project. And they even list it right there. CityCoins at the very top left, and then MiamiCoin. Mine, stack, and support the Magic City while earning Bitcoin in your sleep. What does that mean? Earning Bitcoin? Why is it that Bitcoin maximalists are so against MiamiCoin when very clearly in every piece of marketing communications that I'm seeing so far with MiamiCoin and the mayor of Miami himself speaking so favorably about Bitcoin. Why is everyone being so, why are they acting like such detractors, right? In fact, I saw on Twitter a regulator from the state of Wyoming essentially throw shade at the city of Miami. Has it really come to that? Does the state of Wyoming have to try to talk down the state of Florida? Are we really in that desperate a hunt for fresh money to come in from California and New York? I don't think we should be. And I think at this point, if there could be any amount of cooperation or maybe a nod to the great work that's being done in Wyoming and adopt some or into the legislature and the business practices of Florida, that would be a great thing for the residents of Florida. And then vice versa. What Miami is doing here with MiamiCoin, there may be something, maybe, for the state of Wyoming and for various cities within Wyoming to learn from, possibly, if we don't just let our biases get in the way first, and especially argue out of ignorance. So MiamiCoin is based on CityCoins as a mine stack and support the city, the Magic City, while earning Bitcoin in your sleep. Get MIA or start mining MIA today. Very, very interesting. What do you mean start mining MIA today? First off, they want you to sign up for email updates. So they're really just directing you to an email sign-up list right now so you can learn more as more is developed. Say MiamiCoin is the first city coin to market, but to support the Magic City while built to support, etc., etc. Wow. But it's built through the Stacks protocol. Stacks protocol, what is that? Well, any Bitcoin maximalist will tell you that it's meant to be a smart contract platform built on what coin? Bitcoin. Right. So all of these Bitcoin maximalists are literally cutting their own throats when they're out there talking down Ethereum as a smart contract platform and Cardano as a smart contract platform and Solana and Polkadot and all the rest, and telling you at the same time that RSK and Stacks are going to dominate everything else because Bitcoin has the highest hash rate. Well, lo and behold, the first coin that's of any real social consequence built on Stacks, they come out and they attack it. What kind of sense does that make? Stop arguing from ignorance. We just read the front page of a website, and we learned more than the majority of Bitcoin maximalists on Twitter seem to know. It's embarrassing. All right, so they even go out of their way to give a primer, a little explainer, right? MiamiCoin is powered by Stacks, a protocol that enables smart contracts on the Bitcoin network. Anyone can compete to mine MiamiCoin by forwarding their Stacks tokens through the protocol. 30% of miners' forwarded Stacks is directed towards a wallet reserved for Miami. Nani? I think that this may be where MiamiCoin kind of undoes all the hard work and goodwill that it's built up to this point. If you're skimming 30% off the top, you're not going to get opt-in the way that you will with Bitcoin. Now that people know that, for example, Twitter, since the last time we spoke, has added Lightning payments. My gosh, been a very, very busy 24 hours. Jack Mallers on Twitter showed a video and shared it with Jack, the CEO, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, of him using the Twitter protocol, using the Twitter app on iOS to send a Lightning Network payment to somebody in El Salvador who was also using the Twitter app on iOS. It'll launch on iOS only, but the point is that this is an application that already has more reach than the population of Miami. So with extremely fast, low-cost payments that are natively denominated in Bitcoin on Twitter, how will MiamiCoin stack up? I know, Stacks protocol, stack up. These are the dad jokes. You knew what you were getting into. I don't think it's going to do very well. I think that's where things fall apart. I think that's where the narrative of MiamiCoin being a net positive to the ecosystem begins to fall apart. Everything else up to this point, Mayor Suarez, you had my attention, and now you've lost it by wanting to take too much. 30% is just too damn high. It's really that simple. It's just too damn high. Bitcoin charges people nothing. Lightning Network charges people charges them TX fees that go to the miners who actually enable the network, who actually create the possibility of the transaction taking place. And Lightning Network, even lower fees based on the light infrastructure that's required to send those payments denominated in Satoshis and even millisatoshis, right? Like sub-Satoshi levels of payment. MiamiCoin better knock our socks off to be worth a 30% tax. You'd stop using USD like today if that's what happened. This is just too dang high. But again, I'm arguing out of ignorance. I need to learn a little more about what they mean by taking the 30% of miners forwarded stacks. So is it a one-time basic tax on ingress, right, as money is flowing into the system, or can this tax be levied in the future? Because my concern is, even if you just make it a 30% levy on the miner reward coming into the system, the thing is stillborn, right? Good luck with adoption. Really, Mayor Suarez, I think you were onto something good, but 30% is too high at any point in the life cycle of this coin. But let's take a closer look. Let's make sure we're not arguing out of ignorance. And audience, you're basically doing some discovery with me. So thank you for your patience and thank you for your interest. Your support means so much. So hitting that thumbs up button, hitting that subscribe button, don't mean to be a pest, but when you do that, it helps YouTube know that some of this content is actually valuable. Don't go anywhere, because I have to tell you, none of this is financial, legal, or business advice. I'm just musing and trying to be as educational while I entertain you as possible. How it works, they tell you the basics of it. Mining CityCoins, they're mined by forwarding stacks to a CityCoin smart contract on the stacks protocol. The winner of each block reward is selected randomly, weighted by total stacks spent. CityCoins are claimed by the winning miner and can then be stacked to earn returns in stacks and BTC. CityCoins can be locked on the stacks protocol for a voluntary period of time, earning stacks as a reward. The rewarded stacks comes from the 70% of forwarded stacks from CityCoin miners. The earned stacks can be further stacked to earn BTC. So they're not saying it openly, but it's not really mining. It is staking, and it's actually committing coins, the STX token, to a smart contract that is then bifurcated, right? Where 30% goes to the city and 70% goes to a pool that can then possibly reward you. It's really more, not even a proof of stake system, it's really more of a lottery. Legally, the city of Miami and the state of Florida can't say that, but that's an awful lot what the game theory and mechanics look like to me from the outside in. Audience, do you know better? Is this not really a lottery? Am I reading this totally wrong? Am I still arguing out of ignorance? Tell me in the comment section down below. Maybe I'm off though. They still want you to get MIA. Well, nope, actually sign up for an email list. Learn more. They are still talking about a high-level overview. It's a way for people to support the Magic City and grow its crypto treasury while earning stacks and Bitcoin for themselves. MiamiCoin can be mined or bought by individuals who want to support the Magic City and earn crypto from the stacks protocol. This is a bit concerning as well, in that it shows that there, yes, is some commitment to Bitcoin in the city of Miami, but not enough for them to take their own money, their own fiat reserves, and spend on Bitcoin. This is a way for them to fully de-risk their entry into Bitcoin. And I get it. As a city that already imposes some taxes, as a city that already imposes some rule of law and already has some laws on the books and is used to this sort of thing, right? They write tickets, right? Their police force still writes parking tickets and stuff. They're used to a certain amount of cash flowing through the government systems. So I get why they might think this way, but they don't seem to understand how fundamentally incompatible it is with crypto, right? Most people are not saying, like, you know what I really want to do? I really want to give 30% of all of my current crypto holdings to the government. If anything, people are trying to hold on as long as possible to prevent taxable events and stay within the bounds of the law, right? Stay legal, but prevent tax liability. I don't see any of these people like lining up to be like, man, I can't wait to give my hometown 30% of all my crypto holdings right now. This is going to be amazing. You lost the plot there. The city of Miami can elect to use its growing crypto treasury to benefit the city and its constituents. Think new public spaces, improvements to infrastructure, hosting city events, recruiting startups, and more. Here's the thing. New public spaces, that's what your taxes already go to. Improvements to infrastructure, that's what your taxes are already supposed to go to. Hosting city events, Well, nobody asked you to host city events. I mean, Calle Ocho is not even run by the city, to the best of my understanding. And some of the other larger festivals, they're not technically sponsored financially by the city. They're actually sponsored by third parties. So the city has never had a financial obligation to run city events in that way. Maybe to offer police force, but even then, I guarantee you that the third parties who are helping to fund those events are also subsidizing the payroll of the police during that time. Prove me wrong. I'd love to be proven wrong about that, but that's how it goes at every other major event, right? Every other major event, the sponsors help to pay for the police force, fire, and EMS who are in attendance. Period. Oh, another call to action. Get MIA. What'll happen when we click this one? Right. Okay. So there's still nothing for us to get. Why Miami? Well, I think, let's see what they say. Long been a center of culture and innovation in the States. Last year, we've witnessed it take center stage as a technical powerhouse among major U.S. cities, particularly in the realm of crypto and blockchain technologies. Developers and entrepreneurs have moved to the city en masse under the recognition of strong network effects, a supportive government, and a culture defined by constant evolution and disruption. You know, I can't argue with that. Miami has shown good faith in that way, trying to be the host city of a lot of innovation. And it came out of left field, right? Miami is not known in the tech center as being, you know, the new Silicon Valley, right? It's not really a valley. It's like glass. Flat. I don't know what you're going to call it, right? Silicon Everglades. I don't know. It's clearly trying to vie for a position that it didn't have before in the tech sector. So kudos. You guys are making some bold moves there, but you're still in that phase of, right, like, jab, right hook. You still have to give more, I think. And you may have to give a lot more before people start to change their minds and say, yep, we are definitely doing this. And if that doesn't grow your tax base enough to be able to fund some of these initiatives in fiat, then I wonder how you think a culture of people who, again, are far more expert with their crypto taxes than you are. They've got years more experience, right? The people who are moving there. If they're high net worth individuals in the crypto space, they know how to deal with their taxes better than you know how to try to implement them. And that's kind of being shown right here. Guys, that's my first look at this. And again, comparing it to the news coming out of Twitter, where it's like, hey, tax-free, no cuts, no splits. We don't take anything other than maybe what Strike may potentially take there, because it's based on an API that Strike has implemented, or that Strike has offered, that's implemented in Twitter now. Compare the two. Live anywhere in the world where Twitter and Strike are allowed, and you can send Lightning Network payments with zero tax, zero levy. Or participate in MiamiCoin as a miner by sending a token you already own to a smart contract where 30% is skimmed off the top, and maybe you get something back as a miner. But it's not proof of stake and it's not a lottery. Compare the two. The choice is clear. I think I understand why Bitcoin maximalists are upset. I think it's understandable. I think for most people, without adopting a maxi mindset, I think just comparing those two current options right now, where you can already use infrastructure that you're used to in any state, in any country where these services are supported, or move to Miami, or even if you don't live in Miami, contribute to the city of Miami by using this coin. There's not a whole lot of draw there. Guys, that's just my quick overview. Let me quickly also show you just the main MiamiCoin website. It's Mia Mining. Let me show you. This is unreal. Mia Mining, MIA Mining, and apparently this is the number of people who are committing right now. So wow. These are the current active miners right now, and I don't know how this is listed. Winner. They're not even hiding it. It's 100% a lottery. This is a lottery. So if you go in against 3 people, 30% goes to the city of Miami, and if you're the winner, you take the earnings. You take the whatever was contributed by the other 2 people. I'm seeing this right. Yes, this is absolutely right. Oh wow, way to blow your OPSEC there too. Readger.btc. Good job. 3 miners. After the announcement, I suspect, look at the block heights. That's an ascending block height. This is the latest block height. Like if we go down, that's descending, right? So the block height is going up, and there are fewer miners. It started off kind of growing, and then it totally bottomed out there. And it's still refreshing here too. I think this block explorer is programmed, there we go, to lazy load. Yep, 29,000 block, and I think all-time high of maybe 20 miners. Good luck to you, Miami. I do not see a whole lot of people right now getting involved in this. Take a look at the stats page really fast as well. This just looks like, oh dear, 0. If that were a pulse, this project literally just died right in front of our eyes. Guys, sorry to bring you a non-event. Sorry to bring you news that clearly is not important. It's a blip on the radar. This will be forgotten, I'm sure, in the next 90 days. To the city of Miami, consider a partnership more along the lines of what El Salvador has done with Strike and what Twitter has done with Strike. Now, I realize this is a centralizing force for Strike. I do understand that, but consider creating some type of an alliance with a technology partner who's been in the game longer and understands the culture better. All right, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know, have I totally gotten this wrong? Have we learned enough about this project now that we are not arguing from ignorance anymore? This takes a little longer, I think, to discover than a 5-minute or a 10-minute long, quick overview where we don't really know anything and we haven't taken a look at the project. So sorry, not sorry. This is the process, guys. It takes time. But let me know, do you feel like you understand this project just a little bit better? Did we answer some questions here on this video? Tell me in the comments section. Thank you again in advance for hitting that thumbs up and for sharing this video, for being subscribed and clicking the bell icon, guys. You really are the reason that I make this media. I love your face. Remember to stay private and mind your biz. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you want to be notified of videos like this in the future, first off, click subscribe, press the bell icon. Additionally, you can sign up for the Mind Your Biz email newsletter. That'll give you exclusive access to certain freebies, notifications for deals within the cryptocurrency mining space, as well as some of our flash sales for merchandise, which you can buy with cryptocurrency. That's right. It's the only cryptocurrency merch that you can buy with cryptocurrency. We practice what we preach. As always, thank you so much for watching. You're the reason I make this media. I love your face, and I will see you in the next one.